What's up, everybody? It's Michael, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Do you guys remember the Member Berries episode of South Park, where Randy Marsh sits down with President Trump or Garrison about why The Force Awakens wasn't actually good?
And forward. When the world is changing so fast, it makes us yearn for the old ways when life seemed simpler. But it doesn't mean those old ideas are good for us now. We have to face one hard reality as a country. The new Star Wars was not as good as everyone thought it was.
I feel like that episode, in that scene in particular, is a reflection of current first-person shooter games in 2025. If you look at the current Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, which is trying its best to mirror Black Ops 2, a thing of the past. And here we are with Battlefield 6, that's trying to mimic and mirror the past within Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, and maybe even Bad Company 2. That's not inherently bad. You stick to what you know. I'm not asking for these first-person shooter games to reinvent the wheel every single year, every time a game comes out. But I think it's just a reflection of no risk being taken. These games being too safe. Baiting on nostalgia all the time instead of progressing and moving forward. Creating new ideas, creating new things within the series. Or maybe that's not it. Maybe we just peaked with these games. Maybe this is all they could do. What more can be done? Because when they do try something quote-unquote new, it just ends up being something that's ripped off from another series, which in my opinion isn't really new. And when we talk about things being too safe, I think that represents Battlefield 6 as a whole. Battlefield 6 is not a bad game by any means, don't get me wrong. I just feel like this game is trying its best to be safe and please everybody at once. Mainly because the last few titles have been total fuck-ups. It's not all bad. Let's take a deep dive into Battlefield 6 multiplayer.
I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become.
If you like what I do, please hit the like button and comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click on that notification bell icon to get future updates on my videos. And don't forget, it's all free and it keeps me putting out content like this. When it comes to Battlefield 6 this year, this game has oddly attracted the Call of Duty fan base, both from the developer's fault and just COD fans feeling threatened and insecure. All these COD streamers, these useless fucking COD creators, have all just been coming over to the Battlefield game and wondering why it's not Call of Duty.
Because I can't get any kill streaks or anything like that, I like to go for clips. So basically, I'm not getting any clips by sitting on a flag and capping it.
I can tell you why it's not Call of Duty. Read the fucking box art of the game, you dumbass.
You're a stupid dumbass.
These guys are content farmers. These people are not meant to be taken seriously. These guys are jokes. And what's even funnier about these fucking assholes is that there's already a Call of Duty mode in Battlefield 6. It's called the Close Quarters Playlist. And surprisingly enough, it's actually really good. And in my opinion, it plays even better than Call of Duty right now. Battlefield has always had this close quarters combat game mode bullshit for quite some time, but in Battlefield 6, it's the best it's ever been. The cut down maps just are really well made for the mode, and the gunplay's addicting. Like I said, give it a shot, it's pretty good. But besides that, I guess that's why you can say Battlefield Studios have played it safe. One, they're trying to attract the COD mouth breathers, and then two, let's just say they don't want to fuck it up again for the third time in a row with the Battlefield fans. So while I do crave something new from the first-person genre, something innovative, something that's actually good and new, I can understand why Battlefield Studios decided to play it safe this year. So while this game does take no risk at all, what does this game do right? Well, for starters, this game is probably one of the smoothest Battlefield launches we've ever had. Battlefield 2042 was a disaster, and I remember Battlefield 4 being pretty fucking terrible. And that's not even getting into the fact on just how immersive Battlefield 6 is. I feel myself getting sucked into the game's world with its art direction and immersive environments, the destruction, the character models, the battlefield, so to speak. Everything just feels and plays so greatly. And plays so greatly, let's talk about the gunplay. The gunplay, in my opinion, feels so great, and it's the most important factor of a first-person shooter game. It's the reason why Modern Warfare 2019 is so good to me despite all of its flaws. The guns feel realistic, they feel impactful, they feel like they have weight to them. The same way Donald Trump pretends to be sucking dick is the same way I want to pretend like I'm holding a fucking gun in this game. That's how good it feels. Jacking off invisible dicks for the fucking win, man. And then we have the classic class system that was missing from Battlefield 2042, from that bullshit specialist hero bullshit, dumb shit, fuck shit. We got the classic class system. Yeah, classic and ass. Yeah, so that's all fun. It's the fact that it's Battlefield. It feels like Battlefield. So what exactly does Battlefield 6 get wrong? For one, I think the progression system is absolutely dog shit. Not really so much the character leveling, but more so the gun leveling. It's one thing the gun leveling is so slow, boring, and monotonous. It's a whole nother thing that these weapon levels are 30 levels, 40 levels, maybe even 50 levels. It's one of my biggest pet peeves of a modern day first-person shooter game. Because normally when you have these weapon levels being so long and grindy, you tend to create things like Causal Breakthrough, where you just farm kills on bots. And that's kind of what I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do that. I just want to get some of the attachments on my guns. That's all I want. I just want some attachments on my gun, deck it out, so I can dominate the enemy on the battlefield. And that's not even to say on how a mode like Causal Breakthrough can just ruin the overall vibe of a game like this. Why are we creating Causal Breakthrough with bots? Are we really that lazy as players and developers that we just need something so casual, something to turn off my brain and not think about shit? I'm sorry, but we're playing a video game, right? And we are gamers. We are epic gamers. We're supposed to be using our brains, our minds, and everything. Why do you want to play a video game just to sit there with your dick hanging out, scratching your nuts, picking your nose, and going, I shoot the enemy blindly? Come on, man. Shit like that is why we get fucktards like Donald Trump in office. Come on, use your brain. And typically what I hate nowadays about first-person shooters is just how fast everything moves. Battlefield 6 was only out for about, 3 weeks? Maybe 2 weeks? And then we got Season 1 right away. You know, I get it from a business perspective. They're trying to compete. They're really going hard and trying to compete with Black Ops 7. I get it. I understand. Competition's good. Heat up the competition. Let's turn on the microwaves, right? But at the same time, like, can I just enjoy the game? Can we just breathe a little bit? Can we just smell the roses? Can we just appreciate what we got before you start face fucking my face like Bill Clinton does to Donald Trump with microtransactions and battle passes? Can we please just chill out and just enjoy the ride for a little bit? Maybe a month and a half, anything. Or what is going on? But to circle back around to the start of my video, Battlefield 6 is just a poor man's Battlefield 4 if you must. We're just rehashing shit. That's all we do. We're afraid to move forward. We're afraid to make progress. We just want what's familiar, whether it be studios or the fan base. I love Battlefield 6. I really do. And it sounds like I'm hating on it, especially when I call it like a rehashed Battlefield 4, or trying to remember Battlefield 4 or 3 or Bad Company 2 or whatever the fuck. It obviously shows where we're at in first-person shooters. It obviously shows where this genre's at. That genre is, let's remember the good old days, when we were younger, when we were 14, 15 years old, coming from high school, loading up the 360 to load up a game of Call of Duty Black Ops 1 or Bad Company 2 or Battlefield 3 or Modern Warfare 3. Whatever you could think of, name of the better times. And I feel like we're all just trying to recapture that, for better or for worse. And at the end of the day, this is why we get games like Battlefield 6. This is why we get games like Black Ops 7. We're afraid to move forward. And it's not our fault either if we don't like what's new, because what they do that is new is also abysmal dog shit, because what they do that is quote-unquote new just rips off of what they've seen anywhere else. Nothing in this world is truly new. Everything sucks. And that's the best part about getting old. My name is Michael. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.